Joe, it's wonderful talking to you today.
Thank you.
Congratulations on making the finale of Survivor once again.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Super
Feeling,
excited about that.
how are you feeling this morning about it?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling, I'm in gratitude about it. I feel great, man. I feel blessed to be here and everything I've accomplished in Survivor. I feel great, man. I really do.
Now, we saw how things went for you. You didn't get any votes. Do you have any?
Right.
Was that a big surprise to you? That that's what eventually the score was for you?
I don't even know if I look at it like that, like, big surprise or not. I look at it like I go, man, um, a couple things. One,
Yeah,
I go, to make it back to final three out of
right.
751 some players, and then I look at, hey, that I've ever played the game to do that in your 2 seasons. Then I look at how many players out of my 2 seasons have actually beaten me, numbers wise, and then you look at my torch never being snuffed,
Yeah,
not voted out, but snuffed is different. And then I look at overall top three, I guess I've heard, tied for top three in Survivor challenges in 2 seasons in the history of Survivor. I go, man, like, how do you lose with that? My
that's what.
sister and her voice. But to answer your question, buddy, directly, I'm sitting at the final tribal on those seats, and I knew right when I sat down, I was like, man, this isn't going to go well with some. Before I said a word, I was like, oh yeah,
Now, I've been following Survivor since the very beginning, and this is one of the oddest tribal councils I've ever seen. I mean, you have, you guys are on the hot seat, you're fighting for your lives, you're battling each other psychologically, and then you have the jury, and they're fighting amongst themselves. They're going, what was it like to sit in front of that, and what was your perception of all that? Because that was the most bizarre jury I've ever seen, Joe.
you know what it was, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you. It's like I feel that for some of us, the
Right,
moment we sat down, and granted, I'm going to say this, it's allowed. It's before anyone defends it. It's
right,
like I get it. It's Survivor. You're allowed to do whatever you want, and you didn't play well. That's why I voted. They're going to justify the votes.
right,
But I will say this: the jury, not a sentence. A sentence is you show up, and it's like this is what you're getting.
right.
A jury, a debate, a discussion.
Yeah.
No, like it. There was a handful that it didn't matter what I said.
Right.
No matter what, they were voting that way. And then what you could feel, in my opinion, was a petition. This is why you should vote for my person.
Mm.
No, this is why you should vote for my person. And we've already predetermined who that is. So it's like, okay, well, I guess I can go home. So I think that's what we're all feeling was
Yeah.
passionate. And then if you notice, go back and watch it. The
Yeah.
questions asked. Hey, I want to ask the three of you these questions. They would go, okay, let's start with so and so. And then they would ask the question to
Yeah.
one person. And then they got to one person out of the three. And then they would stack on that one person. And some of us never even got a chance to answer the original question. It's like I didn't even get a chance to answer that question.
I was
It's like
gonna
I'm not.
ask you. I was gonna ask you about that because I'm sitting there watching it. I'm going, when does Joe get to answer that question? Like just in order of fairness, you know?
Correct. And
Did
I'm
you?
not trying to say that they didn't have the reason, not, it doesn't matter. Like, give me
Right.
a shot. Just give me a shot.
Yeah.
And then what's funny is, it's like, hey, I was trying to talk about the Aussie vote on.
Yeah.
And when you hear things like, oh, no, you don't understand the question, I'm like, let me finish because you don't want it's about not getting a point out and making sure
Right.
your narrative gets sent in. It's like,
Right.
okay, I'm not going to argue in this moment. It's like, I see what you're trying to do and I'll ride with it. All right. If
Yeah.
that's what you want to do. So that's what I felt happened.
Now, obviously, too, we saw during the tribal council, there was a lot of comments directed towards you and your
Yep.
gameplay. Like, how did you feel about? I mean, again, you've watched the whole season back,
Yeah.
you've seen everything.
Yeah.
How do you feel about those comments? Again, because we are, sometimes things get said because people are in the moment. Tensions are running high. It's a very
Right.
stressful atmosphere.
I'll tell you this, my man. Like,
Yeah,
I won't comment on a lot of it because I'm trying to stay positive. Is this that
sure.
it's like this. I won't. Somebody made a specific jab about this and about Joe, and I go, Here's what I'll say in one instance
Yeah,
is that um, if I feel in the game of Survivor,
Right.
we're friends,
Sure.
and then I'm trying to build an alliance with you. It's within the game, and I don't want everyone will try to escape this. It's allowed to lie. You're allowed to cheat. This game
Sure.
is it's Survivor. But
Yeah.
if I feel you're a friend in the game,
Yeah.
alliance member, which some people have, I'm going to share things with you that
Right.
I wouldn't normally do. Meaning, I'm going to be vulnerable and I'm going to complain and moan and groan because it's like on this interview. If I were just to say yes, no, yes, right? But if I'm going to be vulnerable with you, it's because I'm trying to develop that relationship. And
Yeah.
then if it's taken from that and
Mhm.
then used as a, oh, we have to manage you, it's like, well, hold on a minute. I'm
Right.
saying this in a safe place of like, I understand the
Right.
game. I know. So the two of you, I'm only saying this to because I thought we were developing something.
Right.
And had I known going into it, that's how we're doing it, they would have both gotten good, bad, yep, nope. I would have played it. So I think that's one problem with that. And then the other side that I said was, when a jury tries to say something and give you a question to force a
Uh,
specific answer to
right.
fit their narrative,
That's
is
right.
that a question?
Right.
Because if you're like, no, 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 you don't understand, I want you to answer it this way and only say these words.
Yes.
Well, then why? What are we doing? So I feel what you felt to me was other than Christian, Rick Devens, Emily, D, were definitely trying to make it,
Right.
I feel, give you a shot. I mean, other than that, it was like, it was just a sentence is different than a jury. A sentence is just telling you what it is.
Well, one of the things that people are going to look back on your journey, Joe, is your first season, you developed a relationship, and no matter you took the game, you put it aside, you said, I don't give a crap what people think about me. This person needs my help. And as a human being, I'm going to extend the hand to them. I'm going to help them. We saw that again last night with Rizzo. You see him struggling. I know as a father, my heart would have went out to him. I'm like, I got to help this. I can't watch somebody suffer like this. I'm a father. You reached out, you helped him, and you guided him. What was going through your mind at that moment? Let us in, because some people are like, why is he helping him? It's like, but you don't understand what it's like to live with people who are by your side for 30 days, 24 hours.
Sure. It goes back to this, and this is the survivor world.
Yeah.
I help him. Why are you doing that? I don't help him. I'm evil.
Yeah,
I help him. It's
it's
hurting
true.
Jonathan. I don't help him. It helps Jonathan. How could you do that to Rizzo after what he shared with you on the beach about his brother? It's like
You
literally
can't win.
there is no right answer. So in those moments, you go, look, man. Here's what I can honestly say was the intent, whether
Yeah,
people like it or not. The intent was what I said. It's
yeah.
like, hey, look, man. If I have two people fighting,
Mhm.
you at least want to give everybody a sword. I meant it. It was like, hey, man, I'm not training him to be the next kung fu master. It's like, I'm just saying, here's a bullet and point it in that direction.
Yeah.
I didn't send him to sniper school. It's like, hey, man, I just thought it would be fair and a human thing to do. And
Yeah.
guess what? It's wrong again.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right about that. You in the court of public opinion,
Right?
you can't make everybody happy. So you just have to take it for what it was. Now, looking at your game, again, you've come so close twice. What do you think you have to do, Joe? Or is there anything that you need to do to get you over that finish line?
I'm going to be real with you on this, and people won't want to hear this part. Certain um, kind of charisma, a certain statue, a certain type of individual
Yeah.
that comes onto the show. And I'm not going to say it's like this or that because it'll just spark. I do believe that when you look at the average survivor watcher and then you look at who they love and who they hate,
You're right.
it's fascinating with
Mhm.
no word said. We
Oh
haven't
yeah.
started playing yet. And it's hated and loved. And you go, wait a minute, and then break down all of those games. Jonathan, right?
Right.
Played a great game, played a better game than me. He strategic made all these things, hated.
Yeah.
He plays the same way, or I do, as others that are loved. We're still hated.
Yeah.
So it's a deeper dive, but here's what I'll say as my official answer. It has to be me. So I got to keep going back to the job. People always blame everything else. They blame the edit. They blame this. They blame that. So
Yeah.
I'm going to do a next step up as an athlete. How about this shocking revelation? It's me. I got to fix certain things. How about taking full accountability? Right? There's something shocking that people, that'll blow their mind. What about just saying it's your fault?
Well, yeah. Well, there's
So it
all.
must be my fault. So, buddy, I must have played a certain way. I wasn't strategic. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. And by the way, not one time this season did I mention honor and integrity. Not one.
No.
But it sure gets thrown on me. And I'm not
Ah.
saying that I'm against it either. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that it's crazy how fans need something to grab onto to
Yeah.
hate. Um, so I guess
Well,
it was my fault.
well, I think too, it's that, they don't understand that they're watching people, flesh and blood, not characters. And
Correct.
I think that's where a lot of the problems happen. Now, you mentioned too about your approach to the game, how you see and how you play your game, and everybody sees things different. They have their own games. And you said at the tribal council that you had to change yourself as a person to be
Yep.
able to evolve, flow into this game. I've asked a lot of people, whether it's religious beliefs, moral beliefs, what have you. Survivor takes a lot out of you and puts you in a lot of uncomfortable situations. How did it feel when you had to, for the game, compromise that? What did you feel? How did you feel about that?
I mean, I feel like I had to do it when I was pinned in, right?
Right,
And I tried to do it in the best way I could. It wasn't perfect, but it was me trying to adapt. And it just showed me, um, you got to play the game your way because you still can't win.
right,
Meaning, for some of us, it's like, okay, do it this way, Joe. Well, then you don't get credit for the vote, or you're just, how could you vote out this person? You're
right.
loyal. Well, you just said, don't be, play the game. And then when I'm loyal, he never votes people out. And I thought, okay, so like, unless I stood up and executed some people,
Right,
it's like, what do you want from me? So I realized you have to play it on your terms.
right.
That's the best thing I can walk away with.
Well, I get this too because again, people can read my emotions. You know where you stand with me just by looking at my emotions. I wear them out. I can't hide what I think. And that's been really bad in the corporate world in meetings and stuff where you can't hide how you're thinking. That's true with you too. You're a very passionate guy. You said you're very emotional, very much. We saw you had an issue with Devons. How is it like, first of all, looking back at the Devons thing, what do you think about it now? And how is somebody who is, as you say, vulnerable, emotional, is, let's say, emotionally honest with people because you can see it on, how can you get through the game that way? What do you have to do, Joe?
It's a great question. And I'll tell you this, there was a past player on 49.
Right.
Because yeah, man, I wanted to play like you. And I got just annihilated. Almost like I'm not doing that again. And I thought, it's crazy to me that we let fans dictate how you feel you should play.
Right.
So my argument is like Rick is not wrong in how he played the game. Neither
Right.
is Christian. Neither is Emily. I can go down every single person. Um, it 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 it's ludicrous to me
Right.
that people think that. Well, that's Survivor. Well, then you show me one winner that's an every winner playing it exactly the same way every time, and that's how they've won. Because that means that's the rule. Well, to
Right.
win Survivor, I'm like, let everybody play the way they want to play.
Yeah.
So that was my whole thing with this is it sucks that people lock you into this, like you play the way you want to play.
Mhm.
And if it wins, it wins. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Secondly, with Rick, it really sucks that Rick Devens and I got this like this form of this beef. It was too Rick's a great man.
Yeah.
I love him,
Right.
love his family, love him as a dad, love him as a player. It got spun into this like I don't hate how Rick played.
Mhm.
It was just this, and I'm a passionate person. He's a passionate person. And then
Yeah.
it kind of gained legs
Yeah.
when it was like, look, after that, when I wanted him out, was because he's the best player. It wasn't. And then it got spun that I didn't like him. It's not, Rick, you flipped the coin. You hit an idol. You're
Yeah.
the best, period. And I love you for it. You want to sit next to that dude? But it doesn't mean that I don't like him or love him or
Yeah.
don't think that his way of playing is right. I never mentioned honor and integrity one time this season.
Yeah.
But it got, and I also didn't say I wasn't doing it. I didn't say anything. But it was just this like, oh, you can't. I go, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like it's almost like they needed this
Right.
hero villain when it's like, look, man, I go back, I handle that completely differently.
Well,
I do. You
yeah.
know, it wasn't what it I don't hate Rick.
Right.
I love Rick. Like it's like we talked almost after every episode is like, oh my gosh, like what we're good, you know? So I love Rick. He's a great dude.
One final question.
Yep.
What about your journey on this season that you wish people would have seen?
Ooh,
And how do you deal with what people are perceiving of you as opposed to, let's say, what really happened out there?
that is an excellent question. Here's what I'll say I wish they would have seen. I'm going to throw out some examples.
Perfect.
I wish they would have seen the relationship with Rizzo and I. And here's an example of how it existed. He said it. Every time he was like in a big spot, I got to tell Joe. We got to include Joe. I said it back to him. I can't burn Rizzo. I got to tell him that relationship much larger. The relationship with Genevieve and me trying to make that work. The relationship that I tried to build with Emily. The relationship that I tried to build with Suri in the beginning that I thought was a true alliance and Tiffany. So these hidden relationships that were strategic
Right.
that just didn't gain the traction I thought. And like, wow, this dude's trying. You might laugh at it, but it's like this guy's trying to play. And and those are the moments where I go, man, he's also not trying to do it in a way to hurt people. He's
Right.
just doing it in a way to try to elevate his game. And then I'll also say that with that said, that this stereotype of like perceived notion of Joe, you're this or that. I want people to treat it more like life. I
Right.
never said you can't play it a certain way.
Right.
So allow me and anybody else to play it their way. Like,
Right.
don't give Survivor the true, if you're a true fan,
Yeah.
what you should get enjoyment out of is the journey that we all
That's
go
what,
on.
yeah. That's what I
Followed
was.
by, does it really have the same pizzazz if you have all the same type of player? It doesn't, right?
Yeah.
You have to have all of us on there. The crazy, the not, the this. So my thing is give us all the space to play it how we want to play it. And I think everybody's right in how they do it.
Right.
Don't just assume because of how somebody looks or their statue that, hey, they can't play it this way.
Right. Well, Joe, it was amazing talking to you. I especially love it that, again, you're this person who you said you're vulnerable, you open, you say it how it is, and that's appreciative, especially these days. All the best to you, and I really, really hope in the future that your Survivor journey isn't over just yet.
Thank
I'd
you.
love to see you in those final seats again, Joe.
Thank you, my man. It's been a pleasure talking to you. And thanks for asking some such great questions. I
Well,
appreciate you.
you're more than welcome. Have a good day. Take care.